All right, we'll call the meeting to order, please, with a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening and welcome, everyone. Roll call, Mr. Lundberg? Yes.
Yep. Saxer?
Yes.
Bell? Yes. Scott? Yes.
With that, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented, please.
So move.
Second.
There's been a first and a second. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. No conflict of interest disclosure or waiver requests tonight, and no community input. So that takes us to our general business section, administration report, Superintendent Larson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a few items to update you on here this evening. Do want to note our free and reduced meal application is open. We are beginning to see some additional negative balances and some of that type of business start to build up now that we are working our way through the very beginning of the school year. So want to continue to encourage our families to apply for that. That application must be completed in order to receive free meals. Accreditation, we continue to work through that respective process. Our desk audit will occur on November 22nd. Curriculum, our K-12 Social Studies Department is currently in the process of collaboratively reviewing, evaluating, and developing comments to submit to the administration. That process continues. Once that is finalized, administration will review those comments and then meet with the Social Studies Department prior to submitting any comments to the Department of Ed. Enrollment currently is bad news. Would note that we are 122 students above our enrollment from last fall, which it's great to grow. However, our enrollment projection was at approximately 180 students. So you can see that that difference will be relatively significant. So we'll be working through that process administratively as we evaluate the budget and potential some savings to reduce that impact. The audit, the FY22 audit has been completed. In the exit interview, I had the opportunity to speak with the lead on that. They were on site September 20th and 21st. Just want to share a couple of notes that the auditor shared with me at the exit interview. She stated, "It's remarkable. Your business office does excellent work. We enjoy coming here." That's our auditor. Like I said, that's the auditor in the exit interview. So hats off to Mr. Lundberg and his staff in the business office. It is a component of our strategic plan under the domain of fiscal responsibility to have that annual audit. And again, hats off for their work. As stated by the auditor, it's remarkable and they do excellent work. The academic calendar. Parent-teacher conferences are coming up, October 3rd, elementary and the high school. October 4th is the intermediate school and middle school. There's no school on October 7th for a comp day. October 10th, there is no school. We will have staff in service, and we are nearing the end of the quarter. So October 28th will be the end of that quarter. No school on November 11th for Veterans Day. No changes to our schedule, priorities, or timeline for the high school edition. Do have a couple of updated images for you there. Area A, the footing and foundation wall is ongoing and the backfilling is in progress. So we'll start to see masons out on site here in the very near future, beginning work in Area A. Area B, footing construction is ongoing. So they're dug out, they're forming up the respective footings, and we'll start to see that pour. It's probably in progress today and ongoing. Here's an image of Area B and C footing construction progress. So here you can see basically what I would say is the exterior wall of what that addition will be, and you can see that it runs north and south all the way to the northeast corner of our building. Area C footing. So this is, for the sake of understanding, this would be the northwest corner of the high school addition. So this is on the north side of the building, basically staring at where the Saturday school entrance would be. And that's like the very north end of where the addition will be. And I would note that that's a two-story component of the addition. Again, Area C footing in progress, construction in progress. Structural steel is on site. That's obviously an important thing as we talk about order and delays in ordering. So our structural steel is on site so they can get going once they're ready for that. The drainage swale would note that it's been seeded and we're starting to see some of that grass come in, so that's good. Again, drainage swale. The temporary construction wall that we shared last time received its finishing touches, so certainly appreciate our art club and our artists on making that a welcoming environment. And then lastly, no change to the other area, temporary construction wall area. With that, would certainly field any questions that you have.
All right, thank you very much. Board policy, we do not have any of that tonight. That takes us to general business. I would entertain a motions to approve items 1 through 5 as presented, please.
So moved. Second.
There's been a first and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Personnel, I would entertain a motion to approve items 1 through 9, please.
So moved.
Second.
There's been a first and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Under communication, there is a thank you to the Board of Education. That takes us to formal board reports. Does anyone have a board report that they would like to share tonight?
The Safety Committee met this month, and SRO update. So far this year, it's been a pretty good start to the year. There's actually a lot of benefits of kind of consolidating with the construction project, consolidating the entrance of students to the main entrance allows for increased oversight of staff personnel to kind of manage that. Top of mind issues continue to be mental health, vaping, and substance abuse. There's really good education and support in those areas. We've hired a third counselor at the high school. There's peer mentoring, which we're instituting, additional services from the Carroll Institute, and other outside support services. With COVID-19 updates, there's a lot of actually good things that came from that. People are much more aware of hand washing being a priority. Updated the safety manual and the reunification process for this year. There's trainings that we've done in the past: Stop to Bleed, Hide, Run, Fight, Carroll Institute Drug and Alcohol Awareness, and tabletop exercises underway, as well as spot checking the exterior doors. We talked about adding that to one of our audits going forward. With the addition project, there's, operations really makes it smooth instead of having multiple entrance and egress points from the building, kind of having one process. And again, the focus of students helps keep, I think, things more organized. And as well as thanks so much for those from the community. It seems like the video messages, the addition website, centralized communication hub has really made that productive and well received. Then we talked also about this year's PSA plan. We talked about different priorities that include vaping, social media, distracted driving, cell phones, and then really mental health and suicide awareness. So whether that's the new 988 number or just making sure that students and faculty and everyone has access to resources that they need. Any updates? Nick, you dad?
Good.
Okay.
Thank you. For alternative ed, Teach Well continues to grow. We have 111 students on the Teach Well proper site, so that would be the two buildings that are off of Cliff and 14th. And then we have 86 full-time staff. And I know sometimes people say 86 full-time staff and only 111 kids. But you have to remember, 86 full-time staff includes people that are out in Brandon, includes some of our tele services, I guess. I want to say telehealth, it's not that. Teleservices that we do for speech, language, and some PTOT type things. And it also includes McCross and Boys Ranch. Remember that we run this school out there. So growing and more contracts and very busy. And again, those students are, it's the alternative school. It's a co-op amongst Lennox, West Central, and Brandon Valley. So just remember that those students that are over there might seem like a small amount of students, but they are very labor-intensive, love-intensive students that we need to take care of over there. So If you have any questions, just reach out, and if you ever want a tour, I'm sure Joan would be happy to show you around her labor of love there at Teach Well. Anyone else have any reports for tonight? All right, there is a travel report there for your review. Otherwise, that takes us to the end of our agenda, and I would entertain a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second.
There's been a first and a second. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you.